You're fucking soft. Your generation is fucking soft. Like, shut the fuck up. You suck. Stop listening to Gary Vee. Stop listening to these people telling you you're fucking great. No, you earn the title of being great. Just because you want to fucking put content out doesn't mean it's good content. Just because you pick up a basketball doesn't mean you're going to be good. Just because you play football doesn't mean you're going to the fucking league. You're not D1. Everybody in your generation labels themselves and thinks that that's accurate. The world tells you who you are, whether you want to know it or not. You can operate with a high level of who you are, but the world will tell you who you are. Just like every piece of clothing here, bro. I can think it's the best. It's not my decision. It's my customer's decision what's good and not. I can love it, but guess what? I'm one man that creates it.
Remember when you used to put your arms in your shirt and told everyone you had no arms? You'd sleep with all of your stuffed animals, so none of them got offended. You had that one pen with 6 different colors, and you'd try and push all the buttons at once. You'd pour soda into the cap and pretend you were taking shots, and how you'd watch the raindrops on your car window and pretend they were having a race. Remember when we were kids and couldn't wait to grow up?
Somewhere far away, I want you back. I want
you back. I just want to say if I die, it's probably gonna be because of Honeycutt. Where you at? Wave your hand. Probably gonna be that retard over there. That kills me.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. It's like the first thing you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's the same issue with children. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. You might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that.
The best advice I've been given, and I wish that I knew when I was younger, is don't be in a relationship with anyone you wouldn't marry. Here's why. It's a waste of time and it takes you off the market. Don't worry too much about relationships. Build friendships, and maybe one day you'll meet your soulmate. Or maybe you'll realise you want to spend the rest of your life with your best friend. Your life should not be spent on trying to fall in love or having to worry about a partner. Your life right now should be spent on you finding yourself. Go to that party, study hard, hang out with the boys, hang out with the girls, because as you get older, all those people are going to be in their own lane doing their own thing. You're going to look back and regret not enjoying your life when you were young. If you have a goal, reach for it. If you don't worry about it. The past is a memory, the future is imagination, and the present is a gift. Make the most of being young, because trust me, getting older comes fast.
Every single one of you who is struggling right now, you need to understand this. What you're going through right now is necessary. What do you mean it's necessary? It's necessary because what's happening right now is you are forging the fucking skills. You are forging the determination. You are forging the grit. You are forging the fortitude. You are forging all the fucking things that nobody else is gaining because they're sitting on their hands and you're willing to push through. This fire you're feeling, this pressure you're feeling, this frustration you're feeling, this is what is going to make you into the weapon that you are going to become that will then build the life that you are out to build.
That most men live lives of quiet desperation. It's one of my favorite quotes ever because it's true. And I've been that guy. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away.
And how do people get stuck there? How do you think they get stuck there?
Bills.
Bills, like financial bills?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Bills and commitment. You have an apartment you have to pay for. You have a car you leased. You have a wife that you have to feed. You have a child you have to raise. You have your mortgage. You have your this. You have your that. And that's where it all comes from.
Where do you think opportunity plays into that?
Well, the opportunity takes place usually when you're young and you don't have any responsibility. That's when you have your options. Well, your options are severely limited the more you gather responsibilities. Like, if I had to, as a 51-year-old father of 3, married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business.
Be alone. It's okay to be alone. Some people get freaked out when they're alone. It's okay to be alone. It's okay. It's okay to be alone. There's no big deal. Enjoy it. Do something productive and build that trust up in yourself. You know, look back at the situation, learn from it. We do that. It's an post-operational debrief. Oh, you've put too much trust in somebody? Cool. They broke your heart? All right, roger that. Let's see. What were the steps? What should I have recognized? How many times did I say, well, you know, they didn't
care. I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole universe in their eyes if you look carefully. But as soon as they begin to group, as soon as they begin to club, when there are 5 or 10, or even groups as small as 2, they begin to change. They sacrifice the beauty of the individual for the sake of the group.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't.
Don't think that that person that you had was the only one in the world. They're not. And you know what? If that, sometimes people have a hard time making that trust because they're so caught up and they don't want to meet someone else right away. That's fine. Start with yourself, right? Rely on yourself. Trust yourself, because when someone breaks our trust, we question ourselves too.
Yes.
Like, we think my judgment's bad. I'm not a good judge of human character because I totally put my faith in this person and look what they did to me. So now we don't trust her. So you got to build that trust up. You got to build that trust up back again with yourself. That person is not who you thought they were, right? They are not who you thought they were. The idea that this person was a trustworthy, faithful companion is not true. It is not true. That person does not exist. They didn't exist and they don't exist. It was in your head. It was in your head that this person was trustworthy and they were everything you wanted them to be and they were a faithful companion. That is a lie. They are not that person. They have proved it. They've proved it by their actions. Don't dwell on that. Deal with what it is right now, what that person is. Deal with reality, accept reality, and be thankful.
You have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself. And I'm not saying don't believe in God or what you believe in, but right now, for you to find greatness in yourself, you're not going to find it by looking in a book or by even hearing me. I may give you the spark, but you've got to go inside yourself to find it. And that means you got to be quiet. Shut the fuck in a room. Stop talking. Search your soul, search your mind, search your abilities, and you'll find it.
You can hear it in the silence.
Honestly, who gives a flying shit who you lose anymore? As long as you ain't losing yourself again, you're fucking winning.
I have toppled nations, I have slain kings, I have murdered legends.
Yeah, the tape around is right, so funny.
At 17, they actually made us write our eulogy. It was actually a leadership school as well, and they made us write our eulogy. A eulogy is what they say about you when you're dead, if somebody doesn't know. And I wrote that out, and it changed my life forever. And that is the number one thing that I advise people do when they're trying to figure out their purpose. Because when you write out what you want said about you when you're gone, all the BS goes away. All right, what really, really, really matters to you the most, and then find those common elements and figure out how to make those statements true every day. Write your eulogy, because you'll figure out really quick what matters most.